It is a Monday afternoon here in the Klamath Basin, and glad you could join us for special coverage of Klamath Union Baseball here on the Owl Sports Network. Mike Safford with you live here at historic Kiger Stadium as KU and Phoenix make up a game that was supposed to be played on Saturday, but rains that came into the basin, well, it ended up saying, nope, we're not going to have Kiger Stadium ready for us. As Klamath Union trying to snap a losing streak that has reached 7 in a row, as they have struggled over the last 3 weeks, have not limited an opponent to under 10 runs during that stretch. They'll send Maruk Morris to the hill in Game 1 today. Expect to see P.J. Safford in Game 2 as they try to win a season series here against Phoenix. Morris on the season, the freshman, 2-4 with a 4.48 ERA. He'll make his 6th start of the season. And in 29 2/3 innings has allowed 19 earned runs on 39 hits, 12 walks, and 24 strikeouts. And the lineup that will be sent out by the Phoenix Pirates today: the leadoff batter is Connor Cunningham, followed by Sam Schultz and Chris Phillips. Luke Jennings will hit 4th, followed by Caden Souza and Caden Cunningham. Caden Darcy will hit 7th, followed by Morgan Buckmaster and Luca Patron. As these two teams met last Wednesday over in Talent, and in that ball game, it was Phoenix that run-ruled the Pels by a score of 11-0. It was a great pitching effort from Caden Souza. As he went the distance, he struck out 8 and limited Klamath Union to just 1 hit. As KU struggled with the bats, and it's been a gauntlet for KU over the last couple weeks, having to go through Hidden Valley first, and then had to go right after that and go and play against Henley. And so today, a chance for them to try to take the lead in the season series between these two teams. And we're set to go here. I'm also the PA announcer. I also handle the music as well, so there's a lot of different things that I'll be doing, but trying to bring you the play-by-play as well right here on special coverage on the Owl Sports Network. So we're set to go. Looks like we'll start just a couple minutes early. Apologize for the fans of Phoenix. Their logo didn't transfer into the program very well, so I found the closest P on our score bug. It's actually the University of Providence, but the first pitch by Maruk Morris is a little bit outside. We're underway. Couple of minutes early here from historic Kiger Stadium. The right-hander will work from the stretch with nobody on. Hits a 2-hopper towards second. Glove there by Jack Everett. He'll throw to first. He gets the out. And a good start for Klamath Union, getting the leadoff batter, which was a struggle the other day. Last year, KU was able to win the season series against Phoenix, and that was the key in them earning the 3rd bid out of the Skyline Conference to the postseason. As Morris's pitch, a strike. On the outside corner to Sam Schultz, hitting .327. He leads the club with 12 stolen bases, which is among the top 5 in the Skyline Conference. As a delivery to the plate rolled foul off the first base side. The count quickly is at 0-2. Defensively for KU, Reese Johnson is at 3rd. Tilden Kaufman back from injury. He is at short. Jack Everett at 2nd. Nathan Ferns at 1st. Nolan Baker out in left. Ryan Glidden in center. As the pitch, a swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes the right-hand batter. And Schultz down on strikes for the 2nd out. A big curveball that time from Morris. Batting 3rd, the pitcher for 2, Chris Phillips. So the junior Chris Phillips was had an outstanding year for the Pirates. He'll dig in here with the 1st. The right fielder's Griffin Johnson for KU as the fastball misses upstairs for a ball. P.J. Safford getting the start behind the plate. Started the majority of the first half of the season in a middle infield spot, but back to his traditional catcher's role. As the 1-0 to the plate, a swing and a pop-up, hit into shallow center field. Charging in comes Glidden. Can he get there? Yes! Ryan Glidden able to make the catch, and a quick first inning for Morris and the Pels. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody laugh. We'll go bottom of 1. Phoenix nothing. KU coming up. It'll be right-hander Chris Phillips on the hill for the squad from Phoenix. And for Chris Phillips on the season, 2-2 record, a 2.46 ERA. In 29 and 2/3 innings, he has struck out 25. And a guy who has pitched well this season, especially against some of the good teams in the Skyline. In fact, had a good outing against Henley earlier this year. We'll take a look at the lineup here in a moment. As for Klamath Union, it'll be Morris, Kaufman, Safford, Glidden, Johnson, Everett, Burns, Johnson, and Baker. They're 5. Leading off the Klamath Union first, the pitcher, number 12, Maruk Morris. This is where KU has to start getting things figured out. And that's offensively. Have struggled of late. And the pitch to Maruk Morris, swinging at the first pitch and fouling it off the third base side. It has been a struggle. They have not scored more than 3 runs in a game in the last 3 weeks. And that was against Henley. That was last Monday in a makeup doubleheader. Morris 8 RBI on the year, and Phillips' curveball is there for a strike. And quickly ahead of the count is Chris Phillips for Phoenix and the Red Tops today. 0-2 the count to the freshman. As Phillips into his motion from the full windup, and his fastball's fouled right back at us. Cunningham, Schultz, Jennings, and Souza around the infield for the Buccos. Phoenix comes into the day 7-8 overall. As the toss the plate rolled slowly off the third base side. You always got to remember here at Kiger Stadium, they've got the lips cut very tall. So a ball might catch the side of that lip and bounce back fair. So you got to make sure you're getting out of the box. 0-2 again. Swung on, little pop up, right side of the infield. There's Jennings to make the catch. 1 out on the board. And great to have Tilden Kaufman back in the lineup for Klamath Union. The shortstop, number 1, Tilden Kaufman. And for Tilden Kaufman, got injured against Henley a couple weeks back and had been out. And the pitch to him cut on and missed, strike 1. Kaufman was off to a great start this year, hitting .341, has 2 home runs. He has driven in 14. Right at the top of the box, and the pitch to him is a pop-up, mile high off the right side. Second baseman Jennings makes the nice catch for the second out. So 2 away in the inning on a high pop-up, and a nice job made by the second baseman for Phoenix. The catcher, number 6, P.J. Safford. So here's P.J. Safford. had the only hit the other day in the loss against Phoenix. A single right back up the middle. And Phillips pitched to Safford a curveball that's taken way high. A ball and no strikes. Safford, a two-time all-conference pick, and he takes a pitch this time down low. Safford hitting a team best .373. He's knocked in 12. And hitters count to him as he swings. Hits a hard ground ball towards short. Glove there by Schultz. His long toss is in time, and the side is retired. Nothing doing for KU in their first. We'll move to the second. We're scoreless here at Kiger Stadium. Leading off the Phoenix second inning, second baseman for Luke Jennings. It'll be the middle of the Phoenix order as we head to the second inning. Glad you could join us here for special high school baseball coverage on the Owl Sports Network. A lot of games over the last weekend, softball action up at Oregon Tech, but coming out to do a little high school ball today. As Luke Jennings starts things off and way out in front of a breaking ball, it's 0-1. Luke Jennings, a junior, 3-year starter for the Pirates. Right on top of home plate as Morris delivers a fastball down and away, ball 1. Both teams went down in order in the first. Morris got a strikeout, a ground out, and a pop-up. Ground out and 2 pop-ups in the bottom of the first against KU. It's the toss of the plate, a slow roller. Going to be a tough play for Reese Johnson. He'll just let it roll. Had no chance. And a base hit, the first of the day for either team, and a base runner for Phoenix. The first baseman, number 11, Caden Souza. And for Phoenix, team that likes to run and play small ball. Souza's had a good year, though, for him. 324 on the year. And the pitch to the plate, that's strike. Oh, and 1. It looked like it was high, but I heard, sounded like it was a strike, but maybe a ball. We'll see. Hard vantage point from where we're at. Runner's going to go. Pitch high. Safford to throw down, no chance. Pitch was way up and ended up having to throw it over the batter. So a stolen base by Jennings. And Phoenix an opportunity here, a man in scoring position. You'd think possibly a bunt. Count at 2 balls and no strikes with nobody out. Morris looks back at Kaufman, giving through a roll of signs out there at the second base bag. And now his delivery. That's way outside. And on the wild pitch, able to take third base, will go Jennings. So now 3-ball, no strike count here early on. Morris gave up the infield single and then has been wild on the next 3. The delivery. Called strike. Runner at third base is Luke Jennings. Phoenix trying to strike first here in the second. And Morris's delivery. The swing and a ground ball. That'll get a run in. Hoffman has it. The throw in time. A run across for Phoenix on the ground out. It is 1-0 in favor of the Pirates. Third baseman number 9, Caden Cunningham. So Souza able to get the job done. Nice play by Kaufman to get the out. And here's Cunningham. The pitch to him, a swinging strike. Caden Cunningham, 10 RBI. That's tied for the team lead, but hitting just 143. And the pitch to home plate popped up, foul towards us. And it quickly is 0-2. KU's rotation for the 3-game weekend sets typically is Morris, Safford, and Kaufman. With Kaufman being out, they've had to try to fill that role. As a delivery, swung on, line drive left field, coming in, Nolan Baker. And he's there for the catch for the second out of the inning. Nice play made by the sophomore out there and left for the second out. Left fielder number 13, Caden Darcy. And if you look on paper for both of these teams, for the pitchers, you've got to get the bottom of the order. That's the key. The big bats are 1 through 4, 1 through 5. You've got to get through that bottom part of the order. And the delivery to the plate, that's outside with a slider. We're here in Klamath Falls, historic Kiger Stadium. One of the last wooden ballparks on the West Coast. As the delivery to the plate, that's high again. And the count to 2 balls and no strikes. A run here in the inning. Has given the lead to the visitors. Haven't gotten it up on the board yet. There we go. Now we got it up there. It's a count to 3-0. And Morris's pitch. That's ball 4. Like I mentioned, the guys you got to be able to get are the men at the bottom of the order. You don't want to have runners on for that top part. Right fielder, number 12, Morgan Buckmaster. And so a base runner for Morgan Buckmaster. KU has not thrown out a base runner this year. As they'll pick over to first base and diving back to the bag will go Darcy. The catcher Safford with a good arm. Runner will go. Safford with a good throw. Right out the corner of the bag, the tag, and in there. Wow. That was a great throw and a great tag. It looked like that was the end of the inning. Perfect throw on the corner of the bag, but they said the head-first slide got in there. That was as close of a play we've seen at the bag all year for KU. The pitch, a strike. And the delivery, swing and a miss. Another slider. from Maruk Morse, trying to get out of the inning with any further damage. An RBI ground out by Caden Souza after an infield single by Luke Jennings here in the second has gotten Phoenix on the board. And the 0-2. That got it. And the inning is over. However, Phoenix, they are on the board. A run on a hit, no errors, and one man left. KU will send Glidden along with Reese Johnson and Jack Everett due up as we go bottom of 2. It's Phoenix 1, KU nothing. Leading off the Klamath Union second, center fielder, number 10, Ryan Glidden. Ryan Glidden will be the batter. And the pitch to the lone senior on the Klamath Union squad is a called strike. The count to 0-1. Ryan Glidden, 279 hitter on the year, as he swings through a curveball and he's in a hole at 0-2. Glidden has a home run. He has driven in 8. He leads the team in triples as well. Phillips to home plate. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. It's dropped by the catcher. Glidden's going to hustle on down to first, and he reaches. So a base runner on the drop third strike. Third baseman, number 11, Reese Johnson. So we'll see what they do with Ryan Glidden over there at first. 7 stolen bases for him, and the pitch way high to Reese Johnson. Reese Johnson, the quarterback of the football team as well. The toss to him is a fly ball lifted fairly deep left field. Drifting back and making the catch is Darcy for the first out. So one out here with the inning. The batter's Jack Everett. The second baseman, number 8, Jack Everett. That ball hit fairly well with the wind, which is blowing out to left field today. Off the bat of Reese Johnson. They will throw over to first, and diving back ahead of the ball goes Ryan Glidden. Jack Everett has struggled with the bat this year, hitting .056. He takes a pitch in the dirt, and that's going to get a runner to scoring position for KU. As into second will go Glidden on the wild pitch, second one of this inning for Chris Phillips. And now Klamath Union get a couple cracks at trying to tie this ball game up. And the 1-0, swing and a miss by Jack Everett. Head coach Michael Overstreet coaching down at third. And the pitch to the plate, Everett fouls it back behind us, and it'll find its way out of play. Jack Everett, also one of the relief pitchers that KU will use on the season. Got a spot start against Henley the other day. 1-2. Fouled off. Outfield playing straight away. A little deeper than I would expect. Ryan Glidden at second with one out. And Phillips' pitch. There's a swing and a line drive into left field, coming in quickly, making the catch, and they're going to double Glidden off a second. Not sure where he was going. Squared up on the ball was Jack Everett, and a base-running blunder by Glidden ends the inning for Klamath Union. We go to the third. It's 1-0 in favor of Phoenix here on the Owl Sports Network. Leading off the third inning for Phoenix, center fielder Luca Patron. It'll be Luca Patroni to start things off for Phoenix as we go to the third. 1-0 in favor of the Pirates, and he swings and misses on a high fastball from Maruk Morris, who has thrown 26 pitches through the first 2 innings. It'll be Patroni, Cunningham, and Schultz in the top of the order for the Pirates. And the 0-1 to the plate, again a swinging strike. Working the outer third is Maruk Morris, and it's 0-2. Klamath Union coming into the day 7-11 on the year. Phoenix is at 7-8, and the 0-2. Swing and a miss, dropped by the catcher Safford. He'll throw down to first and complete the out. So 1 out here in the inning. Into the top of the order, and Connor Cunningham. The catcher, Connor Cunningham. So here's Connor Cunningham. And Morris's pitch, a called strike. We've been trying to get the audio here at the ballpark to sound good, and it's been a struggle all day. And the toss of the plate to Cunningham just off the outside edge. Cunningham popped out his first time up as he swings and fouls this one off. And it's 1-2. Phoenix got their run back in the second. A leadoff single, a stolen base, a wild pitch, and an infield out. They manufactured that run. A ball and 2 strikes, and the delivery. Swung on, line drive into left center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Glidden will cut it off and fire it back in, and a 1-out single for Phoenix here in the inning. The shortstop, Sam Schultz. And the batter, Sam Schultz. So we'll see if they'll send the runner. They have done that throughout. He will not go this time. The pitch a little high. Sam Schultz hit a ground ball to second in the opening inning. Top of the order for Phoenix went down in order. Good lead over there at first base. Runner stays, and the pitch is fouled right back towards us. And the count evens at a ball and a strike. The top two teams in the skyline, Henley and Hidden Valley. They're going to square off in a big series coming up not too long from now to determine the champion. These two teams battling for the third seat. As the pitch missed high, Safford going to throw back through to first base, but it's not in time. Morris looked like he balked that time, but they did not call it. Does not come set and hold. Runner at first base with one out. Runner goes this time. The pitch, a ground ball towards second. It'll be tagged there. Everett has one. On to first for a double play. And the inning comes to a close. As with the runner in motion, it took Jack Everett right to the second base bag. He caught it, touched the bag, made the throw, and the inning's over. No runs, a hit, nobody left. We're going bottom of 3, 1-0 Phoenix on the Owl Sports Network. Leading off the bottom of inning number 3, first baseman number 7, Nathan Ferns. Both teams turn double plays in sequential innings, and Nathan Ferns starts it off for KU and takes the Phillips pitch off the outside corner for ball 1. Glad he could join us here this afternoon from Kiger Stadium as Phillips working quickly. And way out in front of that one is Ferns. It's 1-1. Right at the top of the box, the righty's pitch, way outside. Something that KU needs to do is make the pitcher slow down. Get him out of the comfort zone. A good changeup from Phillips, and it's 2-2. The delivery. Burns chops it off the third base side and foul. Darcy Patron and Buckmaster around the outfield as a delivery to Ferns. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Took that one for the first out here in the inning. And the batter's Griffin Johnson. Right fielder, number 5, Griffin Johnson. Griffin Johnson, linebacker for the KU football team. Second year on the varsity for the baseball team, and he takes a pitch up high for a ball. Had a big double against Henley last Monday. Helped tie the ball game at that point as Griffin swings and misses. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Johnson right on top of the plate, and Phillips's pitch caught the outside edge. And the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Phillips not waiting for the batter much, just trying to get up there and throw. And Johnson's down on strikes. Back-to-back Ks. And to the bottom of the order in Nolan Baker. The left fielder, number 3, Nolan Baker. And to the bottom of the order in Nolan Baker, the sophomore. And the pitch by Phillips way high. And that's exactly Mike Overstreet saying exactly what I had mentioned a moment ago, that Phillips not allowing the batter to get in the box. 1-1. Foul tipped at the plate. One of those things you notice from at least up here. You can see that. Nolan Baker hitting 152 with 3 runs batted in. And the righty's pitch, swing and a miss in the inning, is over. 3 straight strikeouts at the bottom of the order for the right-hander for Phoenix. We go to the 4th. It's still 1-0 in favor of the Pirates right here on the Owls Sports Network. Leading off the Phoenix 4th inning, pitcher Chris Phillips. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 for the Pirates here in the 4th. Been a good pitchers matchup between these two guys. Maruk Morris starting his 4th inning of work for KU. And the batter Chris Phillips, who flew out to Ryan Glidden in center field his first time up. And the delivery to the right-hand batter. Misses high. For ball 1, we'll have our second game 25 minutes or so after the conclusion of this one. As the 1-0 taken high by Phillips. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Mazama comes to town on Wednesday for a single game. That'll be the final home game for KU this year. It's a 2-0. Nearly hit him, ball 3. And then KU goes this weekend, Saturday, for a twin bill over at Mazama. Next week, they'll head to Cottage Grove for a doubleheader and then close out the regular season at Hidden Valley. 3-0. Swung on, popped up, wide of first. Is there room for Ferns? He has a look, and he gave up on the ball. Wow. Ball landed just barely over the fence down there, and Ferns just kind of went over and said, I'm not going to get it. Didn't give a great effort on that one. Got to go get the ball, son. Could have been a chance at an out. 3-1. That's low for ball 4 and a walk to the leadoff man here in the order in the inning for Phoenix. And here's Luke Jennings, who had a base hit his first time up. Second baseman Luke Jennings. And you would think that Phillips will be moving. KU thinking maybe a bunt. Johnson, the third baseman, playing even with the bag right at the cut of the grass. A huge lead at first by Phillips. And he'll draw a throw, and it drilled him right in the side of the helmet. He's fine. That's why they wear it. Morris with not the quickest of moves over to first base. So one of the reasons why they're getting such a huge lead. And the pitch to home plate, that's low. So that's 5 of the first 6 pitches here in the 4th have been balls. As I've always said, and when I've coached, you have to allow the guys behind you to make the plays. 1 ball, no strike count to the number 4 hitter in the Phoenix order. He'll draw a throw over again. KU outfield squeezing left center field. A lot of room down the lines. Bigger lead this time. Runner going to go. And they'll throw down to second, but easily in there, despite a good throw. As Morris didn't hold the runner on. It's one of those things where you see him getting a little bit bigger lead. Got to hold your set a little longer than you typically do. Get out of your rhythm and try to get that out at first base. 1-1 showing bunt. It's way outside. Again, as a pitcher in that situation, let him bunt the ball. Work a pitch in on him and see if you can get that bunt to pop up. Maybe you can get a out on the play without the runner advancing down to third. Positive count for Luke Jennings at 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch to the plate way outside again. All of a sudden, Maruk Morris has lost his confidence. And the catcher, Safford, going to go on his way out to the mound and try to calm down the freshman. Morris kind of following the path that Safford did a couple years ago. Was KU's number 2 starter as a true freshman and was their everyday catcher. Morris, since getting to campus earlier this year, played football, played basketball, and now has been in the lineup every single day with the baseball program. 3-1. That one's all the way to the screen. Allow the runner to advance 90 feet. And so back-to-back walks to start this inning, and KU in a little trouble. As the batter will be Caden Souza. First baseman Caden Souza. Nobody out. And the top hitter for Phoenix coming up. Souza, 10 RBI on the year. You would think the runner's going to be moving. He will not on the first pitch, and that one's in the dirt. Nice block by the catcher. Ball 1. And so after Morris cruised pretty much through the first 3, he's out there shaking his head on the hill, struggling mentally, it seems like right now, to try to be able to throw a strike. Runner's going to go, and Morris not even paying attention to it. They'll throw down to second. He's safe. That is on the pitcher. And I look into the KU dugout. Nobody was talking. I think the only person that I heard say anything was the catcher, Safford. And Morris just stood there. Mike Overstreet going to come out and have a conversation, I think, about where the 3-man umpire crew was stationed. I think he thought maybe the umpire was not in a spot where he could be able to make that call. It was the right call by the field umpire. The runner was safe on the play. But I was shocked that they didn't have the pitcher step off. Could have had an out easily. So now 2 in scoring position and nobody out. And the pitch to home plate bounces in again. Morris has thrown 1 strike here in the inning, and it was a foul ball on a 3-0 pitch. Two-0. Way high again. I can hear the catcher yelling out at him, saying relax, and Morris not relaxing as he walks back into the hill. Very animated as he goes back to the mound. KU will give up a run for an out on a ground ball. And the pitch by the righty. That's right down the middle. And he pumps his fist as Morris saying, all right, I've found it. Now can he harness that positive energy? Try to see it come back with another. 3-1. Inside edge for a strike, and the count goes full. Big pitch right here for Morris. You can get to Souza, then you get to the bottom four in the order that don't have the big batting averages. As the pitch is swung on, popped up, wide of first. Burns again over to have a look, and he overran the baseball. Oh boy, gotta make those plays. Routine pop-up, and Ferns went to the screen, took his eye off the ball, and then it landed 5 feet behind him. Those are the plays you got to make if you're going to win a baseball game. 3-2. That's way high. They're loaded with nobody out. The batter is Caden Cunningham. Third baseman Caden Cunningham. Pels will bring the corners in with nobody out. So ball to a corner, they'll shoot home to try to get one. And the pitch by Morris, a swinging strike. Cunningham flew out to Nolan Baker and left his first time up. Catcher going to set up over the outer third in the 0-1, way outside. 1-0 our score, but all three base runners for Phoenix are on via free passes. Nodding yes is Morris, the 1-1. Down and away. Phillips is at third. Jennings at second. Souza on at first. Nodding yes goes the right-hander. And his pitch to the plate. Swung on, ground ball slowly hit. Kaufman's only play will be to first. They get the out there, but a run scores. Nice play by Tilden Kaufman, the junior shortstop. But a run across, and it is 2-0 in favor of Phoenix. Left fielder Caden Darcy. But finally an out on the board. The delivery is swinging strike. If Morris can limit the damage, it'd be huge. Got soft contact on that ground ball. Corner still in for Klamath Union. And the pitch by the righty downstairs. We're in the top of the fourth. It's 2-0 Phoenix. Both of their runs have scored on RBI groundouts. One. Swung on, fly ball center field. Glidden going to come in. He'll make the catch. They'll try to tag the run. The throw up the line. Safford the catch, the tag. He's out. Inning over. Great throw by Ryan Glidden in dead center field. Up the line. Safford got it. Got bowled over by the base runner, but the final out recorded. 1 run, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We go bottom of 4. Top of the order for KU coming up in a 2-0 ball game. Leading off the bottom of the fourth for Klamath Union, pitcher Maruk Morris. KU looking for their first hit of the day. As Phillips has been outstanding to this point. In fact, for Phillips, he has struck out 4. Second time through the order. And it's Maruk Morris to start it for the Pels. And the righty's pitch to him bounces in for ball 1. It'll be Morris, Kaufman, Safford due up. As the righty's pitch, taken high. KU has had 1 base runner today. It was on a drop third strike that Ryan Glidden reached. But he was doubled off. As that pitch, a chopper in behind the bag, it's short. Bobbled by Schultz. He'll look to throw to first and won't be able to make the play. The batter is Tilden Kaufman. The shortstop, Tilden Kaufman. We'll see if KU look to use their speed. And the pitch to home plate. Toffman, a ground ball down the third base side. They say foul. Strike 1. So 1 strike on Tilden Kaufman on a ball hit in behind the bag at third. Pels trying to piece together a rally here in the fourth, trailing 2-0. They've used a pair of double plays to get them out of a couple jams. Allowed only 2 hits through 4 innings. After a long pause, the toss to the plate, and Kaufman hits a slow roller. Deep into the hole, it's short, going to be a tough play. The throw on to first, they will not get Kaufman, and it gets by him. It's going to allow Morris to move to third. And KU in business. So first and third with nobody out for the Pels. And the batter's P.J. Safford. The catcher, P.J. Safford. So an opportunity for Safford. Infield single for Kaufman. And then Morris moves to third on an error. And the delivery to Safford. A swing and a line drive base hit through the left side, and KU on the board. P.J. Safford on the first pitch he sees rockets a ball in the 5-6 hole, and the Pels have the first run of the day. The batter, Ryan Glidden. Center fielder, Ryan Glidden. That ball was rocketed through the left side on a rope. Here's Glidden, and he fouls it in the box. Big spot here for Ryan Glidden. Tying run in scoring position for KU. And the delivery to Glidden, taken a little hot. Kaufman at second, Safford at first. Safford picked up RBI number 13 of the year on that swing. As a toss to Glidden, swung on rope, foul past Mike Overstreet, down in the third base coaching box. Two 2-1 our score. We're in the fourth, nobody out for KU. And the delivery, swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. 1 away. And the batter is Reese Johnson. Third baseman Reese Johnson. Reese Johnson hit a liner to left. That was caught. As he checks his swing and a pitch that was low for ball one. Johnson, a sophomore, hitting .224, has 11 runs batted in. Tying run at second in the form of Tilden Kaufman. And a long pause this time from Phillips. And Johnson swings through a good changeup. A ball and a strike, the count. 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for Phoenix. A run on 2 hits, no errors for KU. 2 errors in the inning have allowed an unearned run to score. As a delivery to the plate, swung on, a high fly ball deep left field. That's over the head of the left fielder. No, it's caught. What a play. And the runners are going to have to hustle all the way back as the left fielder, Darcy, made an outstanding play to take an extra base hit away from Reese Johnson. That would have gotten KU the lead. Second baseman Jack Everett. Great piece that time from Reese Johnson, just unlucky. It'll be up to Jack Everett here with 2 outs. And the pitch to home plate, Everett way out in front of a breaking ball. Nothing in 1. Oh, 1 pitch. Everett fouls it away off the first base side. Phillips has thrown 46 pitches here into the 4th. KU able to get to him on the Safford RBI single. The 0-2. Everett swings a chopper towards third. They'll go to the bag. That'll end the inning. Klamath Union, though, able to get on the board. A run on 2 hits. 2 errors and 1 left. New scores, we go to the 5th. It's now Phoenix 2, KU 1. Leading off the 5th inning for Phoenix, right fielder Morgan Buckmaster. It'll be Buckmaster, Petroni, and Cunningham. 8, 9, and 1 for the Phoenix Pirates, leading by a score of 2-1. As out to the mound again goes Maruk Morris in the pitch, a high chopper towards third. Gloved by Reef Johnson. His throw a little bit offline as he kind of short-armed that one. And the 13th error by Reese Johnson this year allows a base runner to reach for Phoenix. Pitch and catch is all you got to do when you're playing at the hot corner. Center fielder Luca Petroni. And after you had just gotten yourself a run back, the error allows the runner to reach. And now the pitch to the plate showing bunt is Petroni, and he fouls it off. Strike one. Phoenix has stolen 4 bases in this game. One of them was nearly a caught stealing. Morris delivers, and it's bunted third base way, and they will touch it foul. So the count 0-2. Nice job by Johnson getting to the spot. As soon as that ball went foul, he swatted it. That's something early in the year when KU was playing here that they didn't do that. A couple times the ball would hit that cut, come back fair, and it was a cheap hit for the visiting team. I think it was the first Henley game here where that happened. 0-2 the count to the number 9 hitter in the Pirates order. And the pitch, swing and a miss. They'll back pick to first. The tag, did they get him? No. Pretty good throw down there. But they get the first out of the inning on a strikeout. To the top of the order in Cunningham. Catcher Connor Cunningham. Cunningham had a base hit his last time up, and the pitch to swinging strike. Taking a big hack on a pitch a little bit up in the zone by Morris, who's thrown 64 pitches on the afternoon. Long wait, now he'll throw over. Not as big of a lead this time by the runner at first and Morgan. Single runs in the second and the fourth for Phoenix. KU got one in the fourth. And the pitch, high and in. Again, we'll have a second game to follow this one. That'll close out the regular season series between these two teams. 1-1. Swung on, line drive, fair inside the bag down the third base line. To second base going is Morgan. He'll get to third, and they're going to hold him there on a double off the bat of Cunningham. So it is second and third with one out for Sam Schultz. Shortstop Sam Schultz. Sam Schultz is 0 for 2. Surprise KU not bringing the infield in at this stage. Schultz right on top of the plate. And the pitch to him, that's a strike from Maruk Morris. Maruk Morris will be a key part of the KU football team coming up in the fall. Was injured midway through the season, didn't get a chance to really showcase his skills. 0-1. That's in the dirt. It kicks away from Safford. Runner's going to come home. He'll throw to the plate. Morris going to tag, and out at the plate. Safford came down the line and made a perfect throw to the plate. And Morgan is out for the second out of the inning. Brenner able to move down to third. But now 2 outs. I should say Cunningham down to third. Even though I think it's Brenner. But the lineup card said Cunningham. 1-1. Swung on, line drive. Kaufman can't get it. It gets through his glove and into left field for a base hit. A run will score, and it is now a 3-1 ball game. On an RBI single off the bat of Sam Schultz. And up steps Chris Phillips. The pitcher, Chris Phillips. That ball hit hard. The run unearned because of the error. Morris to home plate, way outside. They'll back pick to first, and diving back into the bag ahead of the throw goes Schultz, who leads the club with 13 stolen bases now after getting one earlier in the day. It's 3-1 in favor of Phoenix. And the pitch to home plate, a swinging strike. Morris up to 71 pitches on his outing. He will be unavailable for Wednesday's game against Mazama. Runner goes this time. Pitch inside. They will still try to throw down, and it's right there on the bag, but underneath it will go Schultz. So a chance for Phoenix to try to extend the lead. Phillips has 10 runs batted in on the year. The junior hitting .325 coming into the day. And the 2-1. Just off the outside corner with soft stuff. Count 3-1. 3 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for Phoenix. A run on 2 hits, 1 error for KU. That 1 error allowed a run to score here in the inning. 3-1, runner's going to go. Pitch is a strike, and unable to get the ball out of the glove was Safford. Ball Safford on the transfer, unable to get it. But now a strike can get Maruk Morris out of the inning. The 3-2 to the plate. It's hot. A walk will put runners at the corners for Luke Jennings, who's walked and he is singled. Second baseman Luke Jennings. Saw the schedule last night for the Klamath Falls Falcons for this summer. They'll be playing a single-A schedule, not a triple-A schedule, though they'll play a few of the games against the typical opponents. But a good schedule for him as Morris's pitch misses high. Again, Morris looked like he balked. Didn't come set all the way, but the umpire crew not saying much. First and third count was put out by the catcher, and see what KU does here. Huge lead over at first by the runner. And they'll throw over just to be on the safe side. Honestly think if you throw back over a second time, you might get it. KU hasn't done that yet, and there goes the runner. I was right. Like I said, if Morris made a quick move on that play, runner's out. Because as soon as Morris moved, runner was off and moving. Ball and a strike the count. And the pitch to the plate is a swing and a slow roller hit towards short. Kaufman has it, throws to first. It is not in time. A worm burner off the bat of Luke Jennings. And he's able to leg it out for an infield single to make it 4-1. First baseman Caden Souza. Again, that error to start the inning haunts KU. And they didn't step off again. You can hear the catcher. That's Safford barking at his infield. No one communicating out there with the runner getting a huge secondary lead. That's also on the pitcher for not paying attention. And they got a reprieve there that Souza swung at that pitch because they had third base stolen. Morris to the plate. Misses up. 4-1 Phoenix. That error by Johnson to start the inning has prolonged the frame. KU could have been out of it a long time ago. One. Good curveball that time by the freshman. And the count to 1-2. Been only one ball hit hard in the inning. That was the RBI single by Schultz that went through Toppin, the shortstop. They'll back pick to second. That's Phillips at second, Jennings at first. 1 ball, 2 strike count on Souza. And the pitch. Check swing taken up. They asked the field umpire, Joe Woodley, if he went around, but he didn't, and that was the right call. Count to 2-2. Souza, right-hand batter. And the delivery. Taken up. Ball 3. And all of a sudden, Morris's pitch count starting to get up there. He is at 83 pitches, and he has labored the last couple innings. Runners will be moving on the pitch. The payoff. Up high, ball 4. Another walk. And they're reloaded for Cunningham. Third baseman Caden Cunningham. Cunningham is someone that Morris has been able to get twice. But no margin for error here in a 4-1 ball game. And the righty's pitch is a swing and a ground ball in behind second. They'll go to the bag. They get the out there. The side is retired. Nice play by Jack Everett, the KU second baseman, to get the play and end the inning. However, the Pirates able to score 2 on 2 hits, 1 error, and 3 are left. We're going bottom of 5, 4-1 Phoenix on the Owl Sports Network. Leading off the Klamath Union fifth, first baseman Nathan Burns. Bottom of the order for KU, chasing 3. As we go to the 5th, and Burns looked like he went. They said yes. Strike 1. Burns struck out his first time up. The bottom of this order all struck out against Phillips. As that pitch bounces in, it's 1-1. KU got a run back in the bottom of the 4th on a P.J. Safford base hit. As the pitch misses low. But twice the left fielder, Darcy, has made outstanding plays that have kept KU in check. 2-1. Got the outside corner. It's 2-2. Burns on the season hitting .200. And he fouls this one off. His dad, Sean, the girls soccer coach at KU, had a great year this year. As the pitch, a swing and a miss for the out. And there's one out here in the inning. And the batter is Griffin Johnson. Right fielder Griffin Johnson. Johnson struck out his first time up. That's now 6 strikeouts for Phillips on the afternoon. And the pitch to Johnson, taken high. We're coming to you live from historic Kiger Stadium in Klamath Falls as Johnson has the count his way now, 2 balls and no strikes. Phillips has only thrown 57 pitches. Now, Phoenix does not have a game the rest of this week, so they can run their guys out there. Unlike KU, who's got 3 games coming up over the next 5 days. The count 3-0 to Johnson. You'd think he'll be taking all the way. And Phillips' pitch. No, he took a hack at a pitch, and Mike Overstreet very animated in the third base box saying, I gave you the take sign, why'd you swing? That pitch rolled foul. And the ball that Johnson swung at would have been ball 4. And so instead of being at first base, now Phillips got a shot. And the 3-2. That's low and away, and Johnson walks. So to the bottom of the order comes KU and Nolan Baker. The left fielder, Nolan Baker. And so we'll see how KU wants to play it. They've not run this entire game, which sometimes surprises me. Long pause. And the pitch to home plate, and Baker way out in front of it. Strike 1. As a coach back in my coaching days, it was as aggressive as you could be on the base pass. Make that catcher have to throw you out. As Baker shows bunt, pulls the bat back, takes it back, and it's ball 1. Of the teams in the skyline, Klamath Union last in stolen bases and also last in stolen base attempts. 1-1. Up and into Nolan Baker. And if you can get Baker on, all of a sudden it gets interesting if you can bring the Morrises, the Kaufmans, and the Saffords up. They've been able to put the ball in play today. Phillips 2-1. That's low again. And all of a sudden, Chris Phillips can't find the zone. And does KU give Nolan Baker the take sign? Short lead at first by Johnson, extremely short lead. And the 3-1, he shows bunt again. That's across the letters, a strike. And the count runs full. And you look at the lead that the Phoenix runners take, and you look at the lead that the KU runners take, I mean, it's a full stride and a half. 3-2 from Phillips. That's inside, ball 4. And so to the top of the order come the Pels. And it will be Maruk Morris with 2 on and 1 out. So there's conversation about something, not sure what. And what's this call about? They have calling Baker out. I guess that he went around on the ball that was in on his hands. Wow. Unbelievable. They're not going to want to see that call on video. Instead of first and second and one out, a runner at second on the wild pitch. They call it a strikeout. The batter, Maruk Morris. Unbelievable there. And the pitch to Morris, swung on, line drive, left field. That's down for a base hit. Around third comes Johnson. He's going to come around to score. Morris heads to second, the throw down there, and he is safe. He dropped the ball, and they didn't call it. Stay on the base, Maruk Morris. We'll see. And now Mike Overstreet's coming out. On the tag, the ball flew out. And twice in that inning, KU, I'm not going to say unbelievable what the umpires have done. But the inning is over. 4-2 is the score. We head to the sixth. Unbelievable, friends. That is a bitter pill for Klamath Union to swallow. Not only did they call Nolan Baker out for going around as he was trying to get out of the way of a bunt, but then they didn't see the ball come out of the hands of the second baseman tagging on that tag play at second base on Morris on the RBI single. And the inning is over. So 4-2 the score, and the batter is Caden Darcy. The left fielder, number 13, Caden Darcy. A rough way for an inning to end for the Pels. And the delivery to Caden Darcy, way outside for ball one. And it was a good relay to get the out at second base. Pitch down and in. So it is 4-2. We're in the sixth as the pitch fouled off. Trying to fix the score for you. Wild way for that inning to end. That is unlucky for the Pels. They have been their own worst enemy today. Twice ran themselves out of an inning. Still cannot believe that call on Baker at first base, as he was backing out of the way of a pitch that almost hit him, and they called it that he went around. As the pitch popped up off the first base side, Safford at a dead sprint, but it's going to run out of room. Maruk Morris at 90 pitches. I believe it'll be Ryan Glidden who will be the pitcher to come in for the Pels once Morris gets to his allotted pitch count. That's upstairs. And a walk by Morris to the number 7 hitter in the order. Right fielder Morgan Buckmaster. For Maruk Morris on the day, he has walked 7. And you would think a bunt attempt is coming here. It is not Buckmaster. They will bring in a pinch batter. The pitch up and in for ball 1. Attention please, pinch hitting for Phoenix, number 7, Eric Calhoun. So it is Eric Calhoun instead to hit. And the pitch to him, upstairs again. So it'll be Calhoun to hit. Two balls and no strikes, the count. Runner gonna go. Pitch is a strike. Throw through to second on the corner of the bag and dropped by the shortstop. Gotta make that play. Perfect throw right on the corner of the bag, and again, just can't glove it. I think it's where inexperience happens there. As you see the runner coming in and you don't bury your head and catch the baseball. Two balls and a strike, the count. And the pitch by Morris. That's up high. And now Safford on his way out to the hill on a 3-ball, 1-strike count, trying to calm down Morris. P.J. Safford has been part of the Klamath Falls Falcons Legion program the last 2 years. He and Ryan Glidden, the only current members of KU that have been with the club. Safford last year was the everyday catcher at the last about 10 games of the season. Did a really nice job. 3-1. That's ball 4. So 2 on, nobody out. And the batter will be Luca Petroni and Josh Overstreet, the head football coach at KU, and he is the pitching coach for the Pels. Going to bring the entire infield in. You're going to think Petroni's going to be looking to bunt. We'll do a shameless plug. Be reminded, friends, today's games are being streamed live on YouTube. If you've got fans who can't make it to the game, go to YouTube/@OregonTech, or say Owls Sports Network. Again, it's at Owls Sports Network, and you can watch your game right here on YouTube. Shameless plug for our broadcast. Got to always remember the @Owl Sports Network. As we've got 2 channels at OIT. One is our Oregon Tech Owls that we run our softball games and our basketball games, our soccer games, and our volleyball matches. But baseball is strictly on a secondary channel, which is this one. And today we're going to get a little high school baseball on it. We created the channel. It was actually a personal account that I had so that we could run concurrent streams, baseball and softball at the same time. Luca Petroni, the batter. Obvious bunt situation. He's 0 for 2 today. Struck out his last time up. And the pitch. He shows the bunt, drops it down. It's a good one. Morris bobbles it, and nobody is covering at first. Wow, you just had come out and told them exactly where to go, and KU can't field a bunt. They're loaded with nobody out. Catcher Connor Cunningham. And now KU going to have to cut the run. Opportunity for Phoenix to blow this game open as the pitch misses low. And it's a learning experience for KU. A lot of guys on the team not baseball players. They're athletes, outstanding athletes, but baseball not their first sport. And so sometimes the nuances of the game, which is so difficult to try to learn. 1-0, high and tight by Morris. Infield all the way around at the cut of the grass. If they get it, you know they're shooting 4. You can hear the confidence coming out of the catcher, trying to encourage his young pitcher. Right-handed batter in there. The delivery to the plate on the outside edge for a strike. The next pitch will be the 100th of the day for Maruk Morris. His pitch. That's upstairs. And the count to 3-1. A huge win would be for Phoenix if they get this. That means they would at worst split the season series. 3-1. Outside corner. They're going to have to traverse 2, 3, and 4 in KU's lineup at least one more time. 3-2. Swung on, line drive, that's going to drop a base hit. That'll pick up at least one. Around third and scoring as the ball gets past Glidden. It's going to roll to the wall and in to score R3. Glidden overruns the ball in right center field. The air there allow an extra run to come across. It is 7-2 in favor of Phoenix, and it looks like that is going to be it for Maruk Morris. While the change is made, we'll take this timeout. Changes for Klamath Union here in the 6th. Now playing second base, number 2, Luis Mesa. And now on the mound, wearing number 8, right-hander Jack Everett. Changes for Klamath Union here as Maruk Morris' day is done. He will move out to right field. Luis Mesa comes in for Griffin Johnson. He will play at second. The pitcher is Jack Everett as the sophomore right-hander will come in and take over for Maruk Morris. For Jack Everett on the season, 0-1 record, an 8.13 ERA. This is 9th appearance in 10 1/3 innings, 12 earned runs, 26 hits, 13 walks, and 8 strikeouts. As it is 7-2 in favor of Phoenix. As the Cunningham 2-run single, and then when Glidden overran the ball in center, allowed another run to move, score, and allow the runner to get to second base. The batter will be Sam Schultz. The line on Morris, 8 walks, 4 strikeouts, 7 runs, 6 earned to this point. Shortstop Sam Schultz. And it's what could have been for KU. The way a couple of these innings have ended. Still nobody out of the inning. The runner at second is Cunningham. And the runner going to go for third. The pitch low, throw through to third, right there, but underneath the tag goes Cunningham. And it's hard to throw out a runner on a 60-mile-an-hour pitch. You get a huge jump, and on a soft toss to the plate, it's almost impossible to throw him out. Schultz is 1 for 3 with an RBI single. That was back an inning ago. They got him picked off a third. Safford going to run right at him. They throw it there. Johnson, Everett, and he tagged him out. They had the squeeze on. I believe the count is a ball and a strike. I believe they offered at the bunt attempt. We'll see what the plate umpire says is the count. And he says 2 balls. So he pulled the bat back even though it was a squeeze attempt. The pitch to Schultz popped up wide of first. Over near the screen goes the catcher, but out of play. So count 2 balls and a strike. That's a big out for KU. Nice job by Jack Everett to work himself in that rundown. 3-1 the count. Safford pump faked and got the ball out of his hand, ran him back towards third. Johnson did the same, and then Everett came down, got into that rundown, and just tagged the runner out between third and home. 3-1. That's ball 4. So a walk to Schultz. He's aboard. And here's Phillips trying to help his cause. Pitcher Chris Phillips. Chris Phillips has walked twice, and he has flown out. Schultz, very good speed over there at first. And he goes. And the pitch popped up into right. Out there is Morris. And he makes the catch for the second out. 2 away. Morris kind of looking back into his glove saying, okay, did I catch it or not? Second baseman Luke Jennings. So 2 outs. Luke Jennings has hit a couple ground balls that he's been able to beat out for infield singles. 7 hits on the day for the Pirates. Everett to the plate. It's high. They'll throw back throw to first. And able to get back to the bag goes Sam Schultz. I honestly think if Jack Everett makes a pickoff move to first right here, might get him leaning. Looked like he balked. They didn't call it. The pitch skied to right. Morris drifts back. He's there, and he's got it to end the inning. But not before the Phoenix Pirates add to the lead. As Phoenix scores 3 in the inning. On 2 hits, there was an error and a man left. We're going bottom of 6, 7-2 Phoenix, right here on the Owl Sports Network. Leading off the Klamath Union 6th inning, shortstop Tilden Kaufman. (7-2) Phoenix, last of the 6th. KU with the guys they want coming up. Tilden Kaufman, P.J. Safford, Ryan Glidden, 2, 3, and 4. Kaufman had an infield single his last time up. He is 1 for 2. And Phillips pitched to him, taken high. Pels with just 3 hits on the day, but they've run themselves out of a couple innings. And the delivery, that's downstairs. Phillips has thrown 70 pitches, so he's got plenty of room left. 2-0. Outside again. Count to 3 and 0. Shadows starting to poke out towards the home plate area. That'll definitely come into play in game 2. 3-0. There's the strike. Whole automatic right down the middle to Tilden Kaufman. Two-way all-conference player in football this year as a receiver and as a safety. 3-1. There's ball 4. And a base runner to start the 6th for Klamath Union. Catcher P.J. Safford. And up steps P.J. Safford, who swung at the first pitch he saw back in the 4th and hit a laser into left field for a base hit. As they will have a quick conversation up there on the mound. As Klamath Union trying to piece together a rally here in the 6th, trailing by 5. Safford with a slightly open stance. And Phillips pitched to him. That's high. Outfield playing fairly deep for Safford. 5 doubles on the year for him. And the pitch, swing and a miss on a changeup. And Kaufman back ahead of the count. It's 1-1. Pitched down in the zone that time. Safford offered at it. Took a healthy swing. Big hole on the right side if Safford can find it. 1-1. Swung on, popped up into shallow right. Drifting in comes Kennedy, and he gets there to make the catch for the first out. 1 away. Center fielder Ryan Glidden. The batter Ryan Glidden. And the toss to Glidden. Down low. Glidden is fanned twice. Kaufman with great speed over there at first base. Being held on by Souza. And the 1-0. That's high. The count to 2 balls and no strikes. 7 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for Phoenix. 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors. And the pitch, that's a strike. Outfield playing straight away for the right-hand batter, the senior, the only senior on the Klamath Union team. And now it goes to 3-1. Glidden reached back in the second on a strikeout as the ball was in the dirt, but was backpicked at second base on a deep fly ball that went off the bat of Jack Everett. (3-1) pitch. Swung on and a high fly ball deep left. Down into the corner near the warning track. It's tracked down again by Darcy. Has there been someone who has been the standout for the squad from Phoenix, it's Darcy. He has made 3 outstanding defensive plays on deep fly balls. Third baseman Reese Johnson, including one against this guy, Reese Johnson, his last time up. The pitch to home plate. That's a strike. 0-1. 7-2 our score. We are in the 6th. As the pitch to Johnson fouled in the box. And it moves to 0-2. Tilden Kaufman walked to start the inning, but back-to-back fly ball outs have kept him standing right there at the back. 0-2 pitch. That one bounces in. Kaufman didn't look to try to advance. Got to be aggressive on the base pass. Especially with 2 outs, try to get into scoring position any way that you can. 1-2. Strike 3 called on the inside corner, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits. KU strands 1. We go to the 7th. 7-2 our score.
On the air. Oh, okay.
Leading off the 7th for Phoenix, first baseman Caden Souza. We head to the 7th, 7-2 our score in favor of Phoenix. As it'll be Souza to start it off against Jack Everett, and his pitch taken upstairs for a ball. Nice job working out of trouble there in that half inning by Phillips. Got a couple fly ball outs and made a great play by Darcy out and left on the deep ball off the bat of Ryan Glidden. As Jack Everett misses upstairs again, and the telltale sign for KU today has been command. Their pitchers have combined for 9 walks. And that has been, the free bases have given Phoenix chances all day long as the count goes to 3-0. Now, KU has made a couple plays, inning double play in both the second and the third to get out of any further jams. As Everett from the full windup in his pitch, and he misses with 4 straight and a base runner for the Pirates. And the batter will be Caden Cunningham. Third baseman Caden Cunningham. So the hitter is Caden Cunningham. You know, one of the things that I find interesting, and it doesn't make sense to me at times, as the pitch is a called strike. Phoenix's roster on OSAA has no numbers. A lot of the guys that are on this roster aren't on the OSAA roster. I thought you had to be rostered before a game. As getting brushed back of the pitch was Cunningham. But I guess maybe that's not the case. I know in Idaho it is, where I came from a few years back. Runner at first, nobody out. And the pitch by Everett is again up high. Phoenix trying to take game 3 of this series. Take a 2-1 lead in the season series. 2-1. Swung on, line drive, right center. That'll drop for a base hit. Morris just kind of loped at the ball there and didn't attack it. And it's going to allow the runner to get an extra 90 feet. Got to attack a ball. And hopefully they'll get a chance to go back and watch this one and say, hey, energy on every pitch. Left fielder Caden Darcy. So the double, which should have been a single. And now the infield has to come back in and the pitch way high. You don't give up on balls. And baseball's the worst sport at it, where if you do not go full tilt, it's obvious to everyone in attendance. It's a swing and a miss by Darcy. And the count to 1-1. Basketball kind of masks itself. Football can kind of mask itself because there's bodies. But in baseball, every time there's one guy in that spot. And so you'll see it. 1-1. Change up, rolled foul. Jack Everett trying to battle back. You see it in the big leagues too. You know, ground ball, guys not running hard out of the box. Deep fly ball, guys not running hard out of the box. As Everett's pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. I think Safford, the catcher, stole that one. Big first out here in the inning. Right fielder Eric Calhoun. So here's Calhoun. And the pitch hits him in the helmet. Not sure what Jack Everett is saying to the plate umpire. But that ball hit him dead square in the helmet. So they're loaded for Petroni. Center fielder Luca Petroni. Petroni 1 for 3. Had a bunt single his last time up. The pitch by Everett swung on and a high fly ball hit deep down the left field line. That's trouble. That'll pick up 1. That'll pick up 2. Runner coming home. He will score as well on a bases clearing double by Petroni. And it's broken this game wide open. It is 10-2. Tried a fastball up in the zone, and that ball golfed over the head of Baker, the left fielder. Catcher Connor Cunningham. He singled home a pair his last time up. Huge lead at second base by Petroni, and the pitch is up high. And again, it's the walks that have hurt KU. And for the 8th consecutive game, the Pels have allowed 10 or more runs. Looked like a balk there by Everett, not called by the umpires. He stepped back with the wrong foot. Didn't step off the rubber. And KU caught a break. The pitch to the plate, way high. Count to 2-0. And now time call, the catcher going to go out. I think he's going to bring the infield in potentially. Try to calm Everett down just a bit. You can see the job by the catcher trying to catch the emotions down. Kid and P.J. Safford's played at a high level since he was 9 years old. 2-0. Whatever he said worked. A pop-up into left. Baker able to get there, and he's got it for the second out. Two away. And here's Sam Schultz. Shortstop Sam Schultz. Speaking of Safford, he was part of a state title team in the Babe Ruth division back in Idaho when he was 13. Team was a couple outs away from getting to the regional final as the pitch was high for a ball. I managed that team, believe it or not. And the fun part about that club, all but one kid on that team is starting for their varsity team. As the pitch downstairs. And Everett looking like maybe something wrong with his elbow as he wiggles it a bit. Back, one of the kids on that team's already signed a letter of intent to play at Umpqua next year. 2-0. Swung on, popped up. Right side of the infield should get him out of the inning. Ferns waits, drops the baseball, and a run will score. 11-2 the score, an error. Routine play that a first baseman has to make. Pitcher Chris Phillips. And those are the ones that are the difference between a team at the top of the division and a team that has been struggling for the last 3 weeks. As the runner goes, they didn't even check a look, and it goes all the way to the screen. Ball and no strikes the count. It is 11-2 all of a sudden. At one point it was a 2-1 ball game. And that pitch line to right, a base hit. Around third and scoring will come Schultz. Ball be quickly get back into the infield. Tack on another for the Pirates. An RBI single by Chris Phillips to help himself out. The batter's Luke Jennings. Second baseman Luke Jennings. 5 across here in the 7th. Runs on 10 hits for Phoenix. 2 runs on 3 hits for KU. And again, you look at the move by Everett. If you're going to step off, you got to make it in one move. You can't make 2 moves on the play. Allows the runner to be able to read it. As the runner going to go, pitch outside, throw through to second. That's going to go into center field. Safford trying to get rid of it as fast as he can. Wouldn't have had a chance to get the runner anyway. Interesting that Phoenix running up 10 in the 7th. But they know every run they score helps them in the Collie ranking in terms of if these teams end up tied as the pitch misses high. Because if KU were to win Game 4 of this series, it's what the state rankings have that would determine the number 3 seed as the pitch popped up foul. And so, of course, you're going to try to tack on as many runs as you can. Again, we'll have Game 4 of the series coming up about a half hour after this one. 5 across here in the 7th. And the pitch by Everett, a swing and a fly ball straight away left. Baker has a beat on it, and he's got it to end the inning. But a big inning for Phoenix in their 7th. They score 5 runs on only 3 hits, an error, and 1 left. Last chance for the Pels. It's 12-2 here in the 7th. Leading off the KU 7, pitcher Jack Everett. Klamath Union will have Jack Everett. They'll have Nathan Ferns and Luis Meza set to come up here against Chris Phillips, trying to close out a complete game win. As the toss to the plate to Everett, a called strike. Nothing in 1 to Everett. He's grounded out twice, and he swings and misses through that one. Phillips has thrown 86 pitches through 6 innings. And the delivery, swung on fly ball, shallow center field, playable out there for Patron. And he's got it for the catch. 1 away. KU going to go to their bench. Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for KU, number 15, Harrison Swain. So Ari Swain will hit. Kid who's been playing JV ball most of the year. He swings and misses. It's 1-1. Takes 1 low. Three and 1. And he will hit in this spot, and he swings and pops it up first base way. Souza will bank it, and 1 final opportunity for the Pels. Second baseman, Luis Meza. Luis Meza will be the last hope. And the toss to him. Swing and a miss. Mesa hitting 143 on the year. 0-1. Check swing taken low. And the delivery. A little high again. Make it 3-1. That's ball 4. And a base runner for KU. And the batter will be Nolan Baker. The fielder, Nolan Baker. Pitch to Nolan Baker from Phillips. Swing and a miss. Trying to get it back to the top of the order is Baker. And he's in a hole at 0-2. Oh, 2. Make it 1-2. Phillips 1 strike away from closing this one out. And he fouls it off. Goes Nolan Baker. One-two to Baker. Checks his swing. Count to 2-2. Maruk Morris would be next. And that's it. Inside corner fastball, and the side is retired, and Phoenix takes the opener here today by a score of 12-2. Outstanding effort today by the right-hander Chris Phillips. He goes the distance to pick up the victory here this afternoon. We'll send it down below for the final totals. Final totals in the ball game for Phoenix: 12 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors. For the Pels, 2 runs, 3 hits. They commit 3 errors. Winning pitcher Chris Phillips. He's now 3-2 on the season. Loss goes to Maruk Morris. He falls to 2-4. No save of the contest. Time of the game, 2 hours and 6 minutes. Game 2 will follow us about 25 minutes from now. So that'll do it for Game 1. We'll come back for Game 2 here in a bit, right here on the Owl Sports Network.